Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I've been getting a lot of inboxes and basically questions about our IVF journey. So I'm here to answer some of the questions that I've been getting a lot. Basically, well, let me first say about what IVF is, because everybody keep on saying, "What is that? What is that? What exactly are y'all doing? What is gonna come out about it, or whatever?" But IVF is in vitro fertilization, and that's for me and Tony to have a baby, because my tubes are basically blocked. Like our babies keep getting stuck inside of my tubes. So IVF is a process so that they can take my eggs and his sperm and put it together and form an embryo, which would be a baby, and put it straight into my uterus, so that so it would bypass everything and just be implanted straight into my uterus. So that's the problem that we have. But a lot of people keep on asking, do I think that they would be a good candidate, or what's the other questions?
What are the steps? How much does it cost? Where? How do they even start it off? Like, where do they go?
Oh yeah.
So first, let's answer cost. Talk about the cost. How much does it?
Okay, so I don't want to say the exact number because
It varies.
your number might be different than ours.
But it is expensive.
It's very, very, very expensive.
But I hear, I don't mean to cut you off, but I hear it's cheaper in New York. So like if you live closer, but the only thing is,
I seen on Instagram that it's cheap in like not California, in like North Carolina or something.
But the thing is, like, even though we live, how long? Like 7-hour drive to New York. Like, you have doctor's appointments like 3 or 4 times a week. Who wants to drive that? So it does depend on, what state you live in. So, but yeah, it's expensive.
Very expensive. So, but it does depend on, like, if you if you get like sponsored, or some it's very, very, very little insurances cover it. So some insurances will give you partial of it, or something like that, but you have to have like really, really good insurance for that to be part of it, because it's kind of like considered like a cosmetic thing, like with dental, like something that you want but don't need is what they basically look at it as. So that's the cost. So we can't really tell you the cost, because we don't know what it would be for you. And then sometimes you have to get like extra tests ran and all kinds of stuff to even make sure that IVF is going to be something that's good for you, because some people do like IUI and stuff, and that's just like being implanted in you. Some people do like clone. It's just like all kinds of stuff that you can do. That's like IVF is kind of like a lot of times like your last resort.
Right. So we went through years of trying to have a baby, a healthy baby, that wouldn't get stuck in her tubes, like she explained earlier in the video. But
because we have done Clomid, and
yeah.
like we've done a lot of things already.
Yeah. So doctors will tell you, like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? And they want to see a pattern of things that you already tried before you resort to IVF. Or if you're of age, older, then they'll go ahead and do it. But yeah, they want to see that you try other things. So another question that she got was, how much does it cost to cover that? How do they get started? Like, what's the first step? Okay, the doctor gave you the okay. What happened next?
Okay, so we got the okay, but we got the okay because we because like I said, mine gets stuck in my tube, so there's like no way of everything else that they've tried to get it down to my uterus other than IVF. So
How many times did it get stuck in your tube? Like how many times did we go through that process? Maybe somebody want to know.
we had 2 pregnancies, and both were stuck in my tubes. If that's
Yeah, that's
if
very
what you're
dangerous for a
asking.
woman. I learned over this process that it's dangerous. The tube could erupt. You know,
And you could die.
you could die from it. So it has to be something serious to that magnitude for the doctor to okay it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what was our first step?
What was our first step? We obviously
Had a lot of doctor visits. A whole lot.
And when they give you what their opinion and stuff, our doctor's opinion was that we go ahead and do IVF because of my situation. So you would have to probably go through, but we went through a lot of visits, like and basically all the things that they had to offer. I had a surgery where I had a tube taken out and stuff because they thought that that was the tube that was blocking me from having a child. And then after that, they tried to put me on medication to make me produce more eggs, but then my eggs kept getting my eggs were being made on the side where I didn't have a tube, so that didn't work. And then what else did they try after that? Then I ended up getting pregnant on my own, but then it ended up being inside of my tube. And then so then we gave up for a minute, and then
Here we are.
because and another thing that I want to say is that it really takes a toll on you, like for real. Like you really 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 have to remain like what's
Positive.
the word? Yes, positive. And
as a husband, you really gotta be supportive of your wife, cause her getting pregnant and she's excited, and then the doctor saying they gotta go in here and take the baby out, or it's gonna, or it could kill you or something. You know, you gotta be supportive of your wife. You know, and be there for her, nurturing her. Just, you know, hold her hand. You know, just try to help her get through it. Cause as a male, you know, we don't, you know, it affect us as males, but not as much as it affects the woman. So going through something like that, you know, I learned through that process. We only been married for 7 years, going on 8 years. So going through that process early in our marriage, you know, I learned, you know, be there for my wife, just try to love and nurture, you know, just be there for her.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done a great job.
I'm trying.
Also, I think that should bring you like closer though, like for real. I think that this process really has brought us closer.
Yeah, we was like this. Now we like this. We almost there. Nah. Go ahead.
So it I don't know. I think probably certain marriages go through certain things because like they need to, and I think this really really like just brought us closer together.
You know, I actually helped somebody on my job that his wife couldn't have a baby. He was mad talking about leaving her and everything. I'm like, man, that's when you need to be with her the most. That's when you need to care for her the most. That's when you need to show her the most attention, because she's going through something emotionally, psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
She's going through all kind of feelings and everything. So you really want to don't down her, you know. Go ahead.
Yeah, and as the person that it has happened to and that has gone through it and is going through it. Um, it is hard. It is very hard. Very, 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 very hard. It was hard to share this journey because like I said in my Facebook post, like you be embarrassed and you be ashamed and you be prideful, and you don't want to be that person that's seeming like you holding the other one back. Because I know my husband, we talked about in the beginning when we was in high school that we wanted lots of children and everything, and then to find out that you are the one that it's hard for you to have them or even can't have them at all for whatever the reasons may be. Like it's just really hard, like for real. So you do want to make sure that you have someone that is very supportive, like for real. And I really thank God for you for that, because because it's not easy. It is not.
Okay, enough mushy stuff.
Okay.
The first step, the doctor said yes, you got the okay, you paid the payment, now what?
Oh, so okay, so they put you on birth control.
Birth control, step one. How long was, so like she said, everything varies per person. So how long per week you were, I wouldn't. How long was you on birth control?
I was on birth control for a cycle. So okay, so you have a cycle of your menstrual.
What?
So soon as you have, this is when they put you on birth control. I had my cycle, and then remember, like the second day of my cycle is when I started my birth control, and I was on it, I want to say for like 26 days or something like that. Like 26 days. And you're on it, you're on the birth control because they want to control you ovulating. They don't want you to ovulate because that's when you pass the egg, you produce the egg and everything, and then you end up coming on your menstrual because nothing happens with the egg. So it releases everything or whatever. So I was on the birth control, and then remember the first time we did IVF, I ended up ovulating when I was on the birth control because I wasn't timing it right. I was taking it.
Oh, make sure you take everything on time. Everything has to be on time.
It is
it's gonna throw it all off, and you gotta start over.
It's a time thing. You are supposed, if you choose 5 o'clock, you better take your stuff at 5 o'clock because
time is very important.
It is.
Okay, so birth control, then what?
So the birth control, you're on it, and then you go and we went and got tests and my blood work done and all that. Oh, first they give you tests and stuff to make sure that you're a candidate and your mate is a candidate, because remember you had to do your tests and stuff too, so we had to go through all of that. Then I was on the birth control. Then when I got off the when you stop the birth control, that's when you start shots. Like 3 days later is when we started shots.
The husband gotta go. They had to draw my blood and everything, and that needle was like about that long. And it's very painful. So if you don't, it's not funny. If you don't like needles, I'm just saying, like, just, have a word of prayer before you go back there.
That needle was so small.
It wasn't. I think she has a picture of it, so.
I posted a picture of it, and
wow.
He is crazy.
Who wants a needle in their arm?
Nobody, but it wasn't that big.
Anyway. Okay, so birth control, and then after that, what? You do your shots?
Yep. So I started the shots, which was, at first, it was just 1 time per day.
The first set of medicine, it's a lot of different medications. The purpose of the shot is to make the eggs bigger, to make the eggs grow, right? So the first set of shots she took, the first medication, you shoot it in your stomach, or you can shoot it anywhere, can't you?
Anywhere where fat is.
Anywhere where fat is. I wouldn't be able to do it at all. Anywhere where fat is, so that was the first set of medicine. Then the second set of medicine is 2 times a day, right?
Yeah, that one hurt really bad, really bad. And that's making sure that you don't ovulate. Is the second one is keeping you from ovulating. So you have all those eggs that you still taking that shot, and that's what I'm on now. Is the 2 of those, and that second one is very painful. It is. The needle on that one is really thick. Let me see, and then
That's how far we got.
We've gotten that far. So
that's it. So the next video, it'll cover what happens next, or more questions. Maybe we'll do a live or something. I don't know. Whatever she make me do, that's what we'll do. So thanks for watching. Give us a like, and if you know somebody that needs this information, just share this video with them. Or
and
tag them.
inbox us questions so that we can answer them in the next one. So hopefully this weekend, I'm looking forward to getting my eggs taken out. That's called egg retrieval day. So that'll probably be what our next video.
We'll let y'all know how Saturday go. We'll probably do a live Saturday.
Yeah, but I'm waiting on the nurse and the doctor to tell me how far my eggs are, and if they're big enough to take them out. So that's like a surgery and stuff all in itself. So we'll come back with that next time. I'm so excited for it. So keep us in prayer. And like, comment, share, subscribe. Anything else, babe?
No, that's it. Thank you for watching.